This YouTube video was presented by Screamscape, your ultimate guide to theme parks.
It's the Coaster Crew.
Oh my God, that was so much fun!
All right, we are here at the Zamperla booth, and we have the president. It's Valerio Ferrari, correct? All right. And you guys are in charge of this. You're the big fan.
Yeah, I am. The new roller coaster going into Coney Island next year, the Thunderbolt. I want to talk to you a little bit about the Thunderbolt. And you got the model behind us here. Tell our guests that maybe haven't heard of the Thunderbolt. What is the Thunderbolt going in next year?
Okay, Thunderbolt is the first custom steel coaster that will be introduced in Coney Island and it's the first custom coaster since the opening of the Cyclone in 1927.
Yeah.
So it's quite an event for Coney Island. Basically, what happened? The city of New York had a piece of property which is only 45 feet wide or 800 feet long, and they came to us and said, "Is anything we can do with this piece of property? Very narrow and so long." And we started thinking, we figured out some idea, and then we came up with this. We're already developing a coaster car for 9 passengers, which should be the first one in the world as well. And then we came up with this idea, and I think it's going to be opening next May.
Now, you guys have really spearheaded the whole project there at the Coney Island area. You guys have a lot of rides in that area, and you guys are
park and the swim zone.
Exactly. Yeah, we took over the property in Coney Island in 2010. And the first year, in 100 days, we opened a new section called Luna Park with 19 brand new rides, which are now there are 20. And then on 2011, we opened a second section with 2 coasters, a slingshot, and a turbo force, a ride that goes very fast. In 2012, we opened a go-kart track and a sky coaster and a bar. 2013, we took over a carousel, and we also in 2011 we took over the operation and maintenance of the Cyclone, the very famous roller coaster.
Oh, wow.
So yes, we are revitalizing Coney Island, and it's having a complete new spirit, new strength.
That's really cool. Now, is the Luna Park area, is that your first actual amusement park that you guys have?
That would be, in 2003 we opened a small amusement park with 12 attractions in Central Park, New York.
Yes.
Okay.
And then in 2007 we took over the operation of Mini Italia, Leolandia in Milan, Italy, which we sold in 2010, and then in 2010 we started working on Luna Park in Coney Island.
So a lot of times when people own a park, they're not the manufacturer of rides, so they have to go out and find rides that would suit them.
Yeah.
When you own a park, it's probably different because then you can come up with whatever wacky thing you want to throw in there and build it, design it, and put it in the park.
Actually, all the new prototypes are going to debut in Coney Island for the first year. Like this year, besides this 2,000 feet long, 125 feet high roller coaster, we're going to be introducing another ride called Revolution 360, which is a 16-passenger self-standing pendulum ride, which will rotate 360 degrees, and that will be the first one in the world as well.
Now, a little bit more about this ride yourself. I know a lot of the earlier concept we saw, there was some sort of a different lift mechanism. Can you talk a little bit about the shift from that one to this one here?
Yeah, we look into that, but that will become a little bit too complicated. Actually, over the months, we simplified that lifting mechanism even further, and it's going to be state of the art with a magnetic anti-rollback device.
Magnetic anti-rollback
device,
that's cool.
Which will, in case of an emergency, it should be able to, safely bring down the vehicle down to
That's cool. Wow.
Down to the station area.
So you don't have to worry about evacuating people in that awkward position.
In an extremely different position.
And of course, if you don't know, the Thunderbolt name is not new, and this was on the plot of land. The old Thunderbolt was on for years and
Not
years.
exactly, but nearby. In 1935, they opened a coaster called Thunderbolt, which was operated I think 1983, and they were turned down.
And sat there for years.
And turned down in 2001 by the Bloomer administration.
Yeah. Very cool. Now, one thing we have to ask you about, being our listeners love Cedar Point. Can you talk a little bit about that ride going in there?
Yeah, we also have a disco skater going to Cedar Point, and they're actually in the manufacturing, and will be delivered probably early spring 2014 and open for the 2014 season.
Very cool. We had to ask about that.
Yeah.
If we don't ask about Cedar Point, we're going to have 18 comments saying, why do you ask about Cedar Point? Why do you ask about Cedar Point? Why do you ask about Cedar Point? So we had to do that. You're welcome, fanboys.
Well, this is really cool. Obviously, the legend living in the area for so long.
I grew up on Long Island in New York, so I'm used to going to Coney Island many times and riding the Cyclone and hitting Nathan's. And
we're also doing this year. We're also doing a very large maintenance procedure on the Cyclone. You know, over the last 2 years, we have done pretty much. We retracked 1/3 of the ride, and this year we're going to do 1/3 in 1 year. So up to at the end of the spring 2014, we're going to have 2/3 of the ride already retracked.
Which of course you have to do, as the Cyclone is almost 100 years old now.
Yeah.
It needs some fixing up from time to time.
Yeah, right. And it's becoming much nicer ride. It's still going to keep this edge, you know, but it's going to be much nicer.
All right. Well, it was very nice meeting you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
We look forward to seeing you in New York in 2014.
Please join us.
All right.